Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Grace. They're coming.
Grace, confront that fear.
Miss Ashcroft. Come in.
What is happening here?
There's no escaping your destiny.
Hey! Help! What did you hide behind that painting?
We have so much to do.
Who are you? Why me?
Mother Miranda, who shares a deep connection with Umbrella founder Oswell E. Spencer, played a key role behind the village incident. Separately, it was revealed that an insidious force known simply as the Connections was operating from the shadows and also played a key role in the incident. To this day, little is known about the Connections. Ethan Winter's terrifying two-part tale was as chilling as it was exhilarating. An immersive horror experience witnessed from Resident Evil's first ever first-person perspective. Both titles will be available in the content-rich Gold Edition for Nintendo Switch 2 on February 27th, 2026. They'll feature post-story scenarios and extra game modes. Resident Evil Village will also include a third-person gameplay option. And if February 27th sounds familiar, it's because it is. These two terrifying titles are releasing the same day as Resident Evil Requiem. The series' newest, most chilling installment, where you'll play FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft as she confronts her haunted past and uncovers the truth behind the Raccoon City incident. Prepare yourself for a new chapter of Resident Evil and a story that pushes the series forward, using gameplay that has evolved in terrifying new ways. Resident Evil Requiem will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Steam, Nintendo Switch 2, and for the first time in series history, the Epic Game Store. You'll be able to choose between two editions, Standard and Deluxe. The Deluxe Edition includes the same base game as the Standard Edition, plus an exclusive pack of costumes and weapon skins. And for pre-orders, players will also get the exclusive Grace's Costume Apocalypse. Let us now turn our attention to the exquisite offerings that accompany Resident Evil Requiem. Our special edition Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller is coming soon. Featuring Resident Evil Requiem design and styled in gunmetal-inspired black, this original controller boldly showcases in-world newspaper articles from the game, capturing its dark and immersive atmosphere. Launching the same day as the game itself, you can bring home both on February 27th, 2026. Believe it or not, we have even more incredible news. We're excited to announce our daring protagonist, Grace Ashcroft, will become Resident Evil's first ever amiibo in summer 2026. Stay tuned for more details. Soon, you'll be able to flaunt your Resident Evil fandom in Fortnite. When you purchase Resident Evil Requiem through the Epic Game Store, you'll receive special Fortnite items, such as the Grace outfit, after the game launches. More details to come. But for those of you that simply cannot wait to jump back into the world of Resident Evil, you're in luck. We've severed the price on multiple Resident Evil titles to make your Halloween more heart-pounding, hair-raising, and bone-chilling than ever. As you may know, Resident Evil is celebrating 30 years of terror, with many more nightmares soon to come. While our time today has come to an end, we hope to see you again very soon during the Resident Evil Showcase early next year, where we'll descend even deeper into all things Resident Evil Requiem. Thank you all for joining. The Umbrella Corporation eventually went bankrupt due to the mounting evidence brought to light. However, its legacy lives on. And as for the survivors, their story was just beginning. Some, like Raccoon City journalist Alyssa Ashcroft, sought to expose Umbrella's darkest secrets. Some hunted the bioterrorists who weaponized Umbrella's research. Others set out to unveil the real truth behind the government's sterilization operation. The aftershocks of the Raccoon City incident would be felt for decades to come, and coincide with other increasingly frequent bioweapon-related outbreaks. Caught up in one such bioweapon-related tragedy was an ordinary man by the name of Ethan Winters. Ethan was searching for his missing wife, Mia. Following an anonymous email, he finds himself in the bowels of the bayou at the Baker estate, where he's greeted by a deranged family infected by a horrifying ailment. Ethan fought to escape their madness and rescue his wife. 3 years later, Ethan would face a new nightmare. This time, his baby daughter Rose is taken away by Chris Redfield, the legendary hero who survived countless bioterror incidents. Ethan's quest to rescue his daughter led him to a mysterious, treacherous village ruled by Mother Miranda and the Four Lords. Like the Baker family, the village residents were turned into nightmarish creatures. And those four powerful lords, well, one of them was more powerful and stunning than the others. I'm also thrilled to announce that pre-orders for Resident Evil Requiem begin today. Are you ready for the horrors ahead? To prepare you for Resident Evil Requiem, we've created a special recap. A look back at how we got here, the legendary characters, the unforgettable terrors, and the chilling details that may be important to remember as you continue to venture into the nightmare that awaits. So let's begin with the events leading up to the 1998 Raccoon City incident. Many years prior, a group of researchers discovered the progenitor virus in Africa. Among these researchers was Oswell E. Spencer, a man of immense wealth and influence. Together, they founded the Umbrella Corporation, which on the surface seemed like an ordinary pharmaceutical company. But Umbrella's true purpose, driven by Spencer's ambition to reshape humanity, was to advance virus research and bioweapons development. Many years later, one of Spencer's collaborators, James Marcus, would successfully develop the T-virus. However, in 1998, the virus leaked from a research facility in Raccoon City, located in the American Midwest. The virus spread throughout the city, triggering an unprecedented pandemic and mutating its residents into flesh-eating zombies. Only the bravest souls were fearless enough to fight the infected and the monstrous bioweapons born from the T-virus. Rookie cop Leon S. Kennedy, college student Claire Redfield, STARS agent Jill Valentine, and a handful of others were able to prevail and eventually flee the city. Fearing further spread, the US government launched a sterilization operation, destroying Raccoon City.
ってことは、そういうことですよね。ここ開けてあっちの先に行きたい。
ね、まあ分かりやすくいつも
まあ
の
そうですね。
やつですね。
まあまあそうですよね。この先に、わあ、広いところにいる。なるほど。お、ありがとう。いきなり鍵ゲットしましたね。なんか可愛いポーズして。見た目より重く冷たい鍵、刻まれた天使はこっちを見ていない。嫌なところに気づくな。このにょっきりとした馬も これ、あ、一応走れるんですね。
あ、そうですそうです。押し込んで走れます。
ここですよね、多分ね。あ、見てない。あ、そうですね。ドアのところと絵が一致してますね。
わか
じゃあ
るやつですね。
行きましょう一旦。暗。暗。おお。なるほど。いいじゃん。はいはい。あ、ヒューズじゃない？そして何これ？オイルライター。あら。いいですよ。かっこいい、おしゃれ。ライターをつける。はあ、ありがたい。明かり大事。何か工具が必要。あ、なるほど。ドライバーがないからか。そういうことですね。何？ちょっと待って、手離してくれ。ちょっと待って、手離して。
落としてます。
落としました。これを開け、人がいる。どうしよう、助けて。待って、来る。来ない。来るの。どうする。来る。しゃがむ。組んだ。じゃあ組んだ。どうすんの？なんか地震の時みたいな感じになっとこうか。意味なさそう。これダメそう。意味なさそう。こんにちは。お疲れ様です。匂い嗅いでる。近くない？あ、おっともう逃げる場所も分かってて、ドア閉めない？ドア
後ろ。
後ろ？
どっちから来てるか。
いやもう見えんて。
落とします？
しますん。中西さん、ミスリード。逆
に、あ、そう。あ、でも逆にこっち来たから今。
明るい。
いきます。
巻いてる。走って。もっと走れるはず。もうちょっと走って。もう遅ないですか？
確かに。
もっと危機を感じて。
気づかれちゃうかもしれない。
右。違う。右。
なので本当にここどこってところからどんどん脱出を目指していただければ。
そうですね。しかも包帯も巻いてて、ちょっと違う。
何されたかもわからんと気持ち悪いですよね。なんで巻いてんのっていう。
あら。
はい、ここからも操作できますんで。
もう本当ですね。FPS で。そうですね。一人称視点。今ここに私はいたわけです。これですね。ここにいて、血がこうなってますね。かなりの血を抜かれている。血抜かれてますね。ねえ。で、なんかありますよ。経過記録。10時3分ぐらいに採血が始まって、デキサフィルを投与してる。デキサフィル。ちょっと初めてまして
なんでしょうね。
なんかすごいそういう。で、どこなのここ。分かってない感じですよね。まあ一応探索をね、熊澤さん曰くいっぱいしてくれって言ってたから。
What is this? Hey!
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Stay away from that!
Oh, you're FBI? Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
Grace, stay close to me.
I'm coming.
Keep moving.
What's wrong?
I'll explain later.
Resident Evil Requiem is an upcoming survival horror game developed and published by Capcom, serving as the 9th mainline installment in the Resident Evil series' legendary franchise, and marking a significant creative milestone in the series' evolution. Set approximately 30 years after the destruction of Raccoon City, the game takes the series into new thematic and emotional territory, bridging the biological horror roots of the original games with a more psychological and investigative focus, while maintaining the oppressive dread that defines the Resident Evil legacy. Players step into the role of Grace Ashcroft, a young yet highly skilled FBI technical analyst who becomes unwillingly drawn into a nightmare that blurs the line between memory and mutation. Her journey begins when she receives a coded message linked to her late mother's death, an unsolved mystery that appears to connect to a classified case from the Raccoon City disaster. Grace's pursuit of truth brings her to the outskirts of the quarantined Midwestern exclusion zone, where the decaying remnants of Raccoon City still stand as a scar upon the earth. What begins as a procedural investigation soon spirals into a harrowing descent beneath the ruins, where new biological horrors stir beneath collapsed streets and flooded subway tunnels. Unlike previous protagonists, often elite soldiers or hardened survivors, Grace is an investigator, not a fighter. Her expertise lies in forensics, decryption, and surveillance, which shapes both gameplay and narrative perspective. This approach shifts the tone of Resident Evil Requiem away from pure combat towards tense exploration, deduction, and improvisation. She must rely on wits, limited tools, and environmental awareness to survive. Guns are scarce, ammunition scarce even more so, and most encounters favour stealth, evasion, or clever environmental manipulation over brute force. Capcom describes Grace as a reluctant participant in a war fought by ghosts, underscoring her emotional vulnerability and the player's sense of powerlessness in the face of overwhelming danger. The game allows players to switch seamlessly between first-person and third-person perspectives, a design decision meant to unify the immersive immediacy of Resident Evil 7 and Village with the cinematic tension of Resident Evil 2 Remake and 4 Remake. First-person segments amplify isolation and claustrophobia, ideal for exploration and close-quarters terror, while third-person view enhances situational awareness during combat or puzzle solving. Both perspectives are fully supported by the RE engine, which returns with cutting-edge enhancements, including path-traced global illumination, real-time ray-traced shadows, volumetric fog simulation, and adaptive frame reconstruction, creating environments that feel palpably real, damp, and decayed. The interplay of light and darkness becomes central to both visual storytelling and gameplay. Flashlights flicker, emergency lights strobe, and shifting shadows obscure threats that move just beyond sight. Capcom has emphasized that Requiem is not an open-world game, despite early prototypes experimenting with larger-scale exploration. Developer commentary reveals that an early version featured branching investigation zones and optional online elements, but after extensive testing and player feedback, the team pivoted back to a focused single-player experience, reaffirming the studio's belief that tension thrives through controlled pacing, not endless sprawl. As such, Requiem follows a structure reminiscent of Resident Evil 2, hub-based progression, interconnected environments, and a layered map design that rewards backtracking once new tools or codes are required. However, it also introduces dynamically shifting environments. Sections of the city can collapse, flood, or burn in real time, forcing players to adapt to altered routes and hazards. This living world concept heightens unpredictability. Safe paths may vanish, new areas open unexpectedly, and certain puzzles change depending on the state of the environment. The monsters of Requiem represent a fusion of biological and psychological horror. The new RE virus, a descendant of Umbrella's long-dormant experiments, mutates not only flesh but perception itself, warping the senses of both host and observer. Some creatures flicker in and out of sight, their forms distorted by hallucinations. Others move through walls or ceilings, their presence betrayed only by distant scraping or the echo of laboured breathing. One standout monster, shown in early previews, is a towering humanoid aberration whose upper body is fused with rebar and concrete, able to tear through barriers to pursue the player. It serves as a thematic echo of the series' iconic pursuers like Nemesis and Mr. X, but with a stronger focus on environmental manipulation and unpredictable behaviour. Its AI can adapt dynamically, tracking noise, reacting to light, and even feigning retreat to ambush the player later. True to series tradition, puzzles remain integral, yet Capcom has evolved their design beyond simple key and lock mechanics. Requiem incorporates contextual investigation puzzles that intertwine with Grace's background as an analyst, recovering corrupted data from abandoned surveillance systems, reconstructing forensic evidence, or interpreting fragmented documents to unlock new story paths. Some puzzles require manipulating physical devices, like aligning projector beams or rerouting power grids, while others demand pattern recognition or decoding based on clues hidden in the environment. The result is an experience that balances cerebral challenge with tactile tension, ensuring that every discovery carries narrative significance. Now, you can enjoy the screenshots without any interruption. Enjoy!